Hi, my name's Tina. Welcome to my channel. This channel is all about healing and evolving. So this week, I hope you're feeling a little more clear than last week. So there was a general feeling I received, I intuited that the beginning of, and I felt myself, the beginning of last week, earlier in July, was more tension, more frustration, more emotions coming up. And then as the week went on, if you were managing to remember to ground, to come a bit into your center, find a bit more space, then hopefully as the week went on, more clarity came forth and the load lightened. As the clarity came, so the emotional load lightened. So let me know in the comments if that was the case for you. It definitely was for me, and I noticed people around me too. So let's get on with the channeling I received at the weekend. And I just asked, what are people collectively feeling right now, and how can we help ourselves, and how can they, assist us in shedding or moving through this towards our true self. Okay, and if you're not familiar with my channel or my way of speaking, true self is who we are at our core, and in the higher dimensions of true self is higher self. So it's almost like how I currently receive it or feel it and see it is that our true self is who we really are at our center. And when we really come into it and we go in through the heart into the higher dimension, we truly go into the higher self, not just the core of our humanness, of our being, but also beyond, the full extension, the full expansion of who we are as light and energetic beings who are so much more capable and able to connect and know and see than we currently behave or interact at this moment. Okay, so this is what came through. They were talking about feel your way into your body. So they were talking about feeling your way into your body. And this is something that has been shown to me for quite a long time, and it reached another level of understanding in myself about 5-6 months ago. So they also said, feel into your aliveness, your presence, your energetic body. Come out of your whirling mind, which can feel chaotic and create chaos, and is filled with distraction and false ideas of reality. And they emphasized that or explained it further by saying concepts, it's filled with concepts rather than experience. So they're referring there to, of course, our mind. It can't fully embody our experience like we can in our sensation, through sensation. So our lived experience is far more powerful and palpable than what the mind can interpret or have concepts about or ideas. These things are all great, but where we're going to really need to come into more than ever is our sensory intelligence, come into our body, come into our sensation. And so much more, in my experience, is revealed through our felt experience than through our mind ever can. Your living presence is the experience of who you really are, what your current truth is. So that living presence, that was really the wording they gave to me. Your presence, your energetic body, your living presence. It's being really here and now, but not in your mind. It's in your body, in your sensations. Can you tune into that? And they really said, feel your aliveness. So many of us are feeling so tired right now, myself included sometimes. And yet when I tune in and go within, I can feel the aliveness. I can feel the energetics of that. So I encourage you, and they were also encouraging you, to really go inwards and feel into that. They went on to say, there is so much confusion in you all right now, whether to look at what is happening or whether to look to your experience. And they said, kind of forget what is happening outside of you and focus on what lies within. This is where your power lies. Looking outside yourself and expecting things to change that way is a mistake. We change what lies within. We feel what exists, what is happening here, your feeling. So there's so much going on outside of us at the moment. Even the other day, I read about on social media, some giant mirror that a company in California has been licensed or approved by the American government to put into orbit somehow so that it can reflect the sun's rays down onto the earth, even at night time, to help recharge solar fields, keep them charged, and provide nighttime lighting, etc. Now, for a moment, I got sort of pulled into that, and the fear of that, and the concern, and the frustration of these things happening around us. And it didn't take me too long before I realized, Tina, come back to yourself. These things are going to continue around us for the foreseeable future, for this moment in time. What seems like craziness, which feels so disempowering and frustrating and makes us feel hopeless, as well as disempowered, hopeless. And that is not the energetics or the vibration where we want to be right now. That doesn't help raise our vibration. And I know it's hard, and I know it's so easy to be worried and looking outwards and seeing these things happening and thinking, oh my God, what next? What next? But I think it's really important to remember, you can even feel it when you tune into your body, and more and more and more, you can feel your energy flooding out, and the self-empowerment and your high vibration goes with it. It just dissipates out of you. So keep going within. Okay, your feeling, when you know it and become familiar with it, is what tells you your truth. Your only real journey is getting to know what is within you. This is where huge change happens at a seemingly small scale, but it's far greater than you think. The expansion and growth is an inward journey, which sounds impossible to our thinking mind, and yet it is exactly true. So I loved this. I loved this when I received this, you know. It felt so, well, it always feels so accurate from them, so wise. And these are a light being. I'm not sure if an individual light being or a light being collective that is coming through to me. Some people might call it angelic presence, but I'm not entirely sure. So I'm going to stay with light being because they don't give me a name. And interestingly, I heard somebody else say, another channeler the other day, say that the reason she doesn't get names either is because they know that we as humans, we attach. We attach to a name and we keep holding on to that. And that isn't for our highest good. It again keeps us attached to something. It keeps us held where what they are inviting us to be and do is to let go of attachment. Keep letting go. Keep letting go. Let love be the vibration. Let gratitude, let awe and wonder be the vibration that we're holding on to, not clinging, letting go. So, yeah, that going within. I used to wonder when I heard about these things many years ago. I was in my early 20s, very early 20s, and I used to think, so how will this look? Like, how does the world change? How does, and I kept thinking that it would be something that happened outside of us. And that can also be. But as I have progressed on this journey, I've realized that so much of this is about going inward. Because when you go inward, it opens you up to the macrocosm. So it's a sort of paradox almost. This going inward opens you up to the greater. Okay, so they carried on. You have new opportunities currently to see your layers of stuckness, as you might call it. You have clarity available to see where change can happen for new possibilities and growth. So I know that other people are, from their own perspectives, from their own abilities and knowledge, people like the wonderful Pam Gregory, the astrologer, she is seeing it astrologically, that there's this huge build-up of energy, and I know that other channelers are also picking up on this. So I wanted them to expand a little bit, and how are we being helped with this time? They said the energy is rising, or expanding, we should say. There is more light to shine light on that which seemed hidden previously. So those areas that you have been struggling with, or the things that are causing you confusion within yourself, within your relationships, within your life, even outside of us, if we go inward, there is more energy available and light for us for it to shine light on these areas of confusion. And they said, believe it or not, the amount of light and clarity is heightening on Earth in all of you right now. And the reason why they said that is because it feels so chaotic outside of us. The outside world, with so many events that we're hearing about and things that have never happened before in any of our lifetimes. It feels like madness. So that's why they say, believe it or not, actually the amount of light and clarity is growing. And they said, it can feel like extra charge, which can either be tiring you or overstimulating you, making you feel a bit wired, which I've noticed in myself, that those two ends of the spectrum, that's sort of either overtiredness sometimes or kind of feeling a bit wired. Some of you may feel it as tingles, like soft electric shocks, a buzzing, and then they made a joke, a reference for me, for my age group. They said, a buzzing like the Ready Brek Man. So this was a cereal when I was a kid. and they showed me that figure of this little man with glowing light all around him to show it was a warming thing. So they laughed when they gave me that. And if any of you are receiving information, this is how they do it. They also make references that you will personally understand, that is relevant to your age and your generation. So the buzzing, the tingling, a lot of us get that, myself included. They said your personal energy fields are growing. So like that ready brick man. By the way, don't eat that crap. It's really not good for you. Especially if you embrace the opportunities for shedding unhelpful patterns for change and growth. So there is lots of availability now. There's lots of us talking about how we can shed this stuff. If you want to do that more practical, either meditational or the shedding of those layers, come over to my Patreon, follow me there, because I do a monthly live stream where we work together, where I talk about a theme, then I do a guided practice for everybody, and then there's time for Q&A at the end. So go to my Patreon, Tina Clark Wellness, The Practice. Okay, so there's lots of us talking out there and giving you tools and ideas and ways, practical ways of shedding this stuff. And the energy is ripe. That's the word I just was given now, ripe, for us to do this work. Can you feel the power in it? That's what they asked. They said to me, it is helping you connect to outer fields of energy and networks. They showed me this. So this increased energy and light is helping us to be able to really connect outwards to source energy, to this network that is available from like across the galaxy. And I don't know if it's beyond the galaxy, but they showed me like a big space, a vast space. We are assisting you in this process experience. They also said our sun is helping us. They said your sun is helping you. It is bringing in more energy currently, creating more energy in your galaxy and solar system. So the sun is also helping us. I found that really interesting. I know that there have been more solar flares recently, very recently, and I wondered whether that was causing me some, so I'm going to share this with you in case it's also affecting you too, insomnia. So I go to sleep fine and then I'm awake in the night and I'm wired. And I know that's at night time, but the solar flares are powerful, so they can have effects throughout the whole day and night, I believe. It's not just in the moment, you know, it's and cumulative as well. So the sun is helping us, our sun is helping us and bringing in more energy for us, for our Earth and for our solar system and galaxy. And then I had the beautiful experience of this light being that was, or collective, that were giving me this information, that were coming through to me, where they just stepped into me, full, expansive, massive, and said, and so pure, full of light, and said, let me help you, sister. It makes me emotional even just thinking about it. Stepping into me, giving me light, sharing his light with me. It was so beautiful. Just stepped in and let me feel it for a few moments. Well, I think he was only probably sharing a fraction of the light available, his light, their light. but it was just awesome in the most pure sense of the word, um, and so powerful. What a beautiful channeling it was. And again, so much gratitude that I received this information and that I can share it with you. So I hope this has resonated with some of you. If it doesn't work for you, if it doesn't feel right, let it go. Take what you can right now. And if you want to do the work, come on over to my Patreon for the live streams that I do every month, because they are where we can get together and I will talk about a theme related to all of this kind of work, and then I'll do a guided practice. And then there's always time for Q&A, so you can ask anything you like about this work, any challenges you're coming across. For sure, I've probably experienced something similar myself over the years, and still experience stuff now. It was only the beginning of last week where I was feeling frustrated and myself about a couple of, or one particular matter in my own life. And then as the week went on and I worked with it and kept remembering this, to tune in, come back to my center, that clarity came, and I saw it in others around me too. That moment of, oh, wow, something shifted. Great, wonderful. Okay, thank you for being here. Please comment and share down in the bottom what you're experiencing right now, how any of this might be you might be feeling it right now too, and any challenges that you're having. Let's share these things. Let's talk about them. Let's help raise our energies together. So, sending you so much love, and see you next time. Bye bye for now.